like a ninja. And so I watch it like again and again and again, and like take it into her after I wrote the instructions. I said, does this make sense? Did you do that here? Like, look, watch what you did, watch what you did. So like, you're actually showing, I'm actually showing her what she did and asking her what is happening. So iPhone is like that. We bought a flip cam in the beginning. That was before flip cam went under. We figured that out like after the second phase.
Last person.
Anything yourself. We have time for 2 more questions.
I'm actually really interested in the process because cooking is such a tactile feature, and yet there's so much tactile involved in cooking. What were you thinking, JJ, and how did you, April, try to translate what you were doing exactly with your hands into physical words that you had to basically put down, and without trying to make it like literally like a manual? So, I mean, I just want to know a little bit more about how that relationship worked.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's like, there's some processes that are so simple, like when you watch her fillet an anchovy, like a self-packed, I was like, oh, I don't want to buy self-packed anchovies, you have to fillet them. She's like, well, just fillet it. I was like, okay, well, how do you do that? And I watch her do it, it takes like 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, this is easy. And like, I sit down, like videotape her doing it, like try to like write it out for us so we can look at it on paper. And it's like, yeah, it's like 2 pages long, this thing. Like, who wants to read 2 pages about how to play an anchovy? You have to be so precise. There are other recipes that we were like, well, we don't want to bore the hell out of people, and we don't want to make this recipe look totally complicated. It's not. I hope you do that. I mean, there's like that mussel, there's this mussel, it's the stuffed mussels recipe where you cut the mussel, you take a little knife and you insert it into the mussel, you cut around the shell, and you just kind of like cut the fleshy part of the mussel in half, and you open the mussel up and it's clean to either side. And you stuff it with veal and other tasty things, portobello. But just you describing this like cutting it ruined my life. But you know, I think we
did a good job.
But it's true. I mean, there's a lot of information. Like even like telling how things, like when you know chicken is done. Like that's, I remember I got a recipe once from a chef that was like, there was like a roast chicken recipe. It was like cook chicken until done. Cook chicken in the oven until done. It's like, okay, like that seems good at the beginning, and you're like, wait, okay, how hot? Wait, how long? How do you know it's done? How big is the chicken? What do you do? It's like all this stuff that sometimes a chef will think needs to be communicated. But then I ask the question, like, okay, how do you know this is done? She's like, look, it's done. And like pokes it. I'm like, right, but how does like a portal know it's done? But I mean, there's some things a cookbook can't teach you. I mean, there's some things that you just have to do yourself and do it once and do it again and realize that it gets easier and learn yourself.
And make mistakes, you know, like you're going to learn from your mistakes as long as you don't keep making the same mistakes many times. You know, like make the mistakes okay. You know, I'm sure it's going to be edible and you know, it's not going to be a complete disaster. But, you know, try and take notes or just take a mental picture of how it turns out. And hopefully next time you make it, you'll have this mental picture in your head and your next step will be a lot more, you know, to your liking.
There was that story you're talking about